Josiah's Nottage had earned a good living as a merchant and was now retired. He and Emily had had 14 children, and a bracelet given as a gift by Josias to his wife contains miniature portraits of the 11 survivors. It sold for £20,000 in 2019. Although unmarried, Louisa and her sisters were by no means young. Louisa was the eldest at 39 when Prince arrived at their local church, Agnes, the youngest, at 24. Theirs was a devout family. Edmund Nottage was ordained as a Church of England priest in 1830, but his sisters were looking for more from their faith than the gentle traditions offered by an English country church. The minds of myself and sisters were highly susceptible of religious enthusiasm, recalled Agnes later. Enthusiasm, revival, reformation were encouraged by a new breed of preacher urging a radical evangelical message on their parishioners. The words of the Bible had to be felt profoundly as well as understood. Prince was one such preacher. So great was the impression he made on the Nottage sisters that not only did they attend services at his church, but they also visited him at home every day. Agnes explained, Henry James Prince, by a great affectation of piety, and by declaring in his sermon and conversations to the effect that eternal misery would befall those who did not obey his exhortations, obtained much influence and ascendancy over me and my said sisters. Agnes's reflections are about the only evidence of what made Prince so persuasive during his time at Stoke. But his record in his previous posting gives us some idea of how he went about his work. 2 years earlier, he had taken up a curacy at a church in one of the most beautiful settings in the country. High on a hill in Somerset, St. Mary's, Charlinch, would become, to Prince's mind, a beacon for miles around. The rector there, effectively Prince's boss, was Reverend Samuel Starkey, who was born into the landed gentry. He was connected, through his mother, to the ancient Bainton family, which had established itself in the reign of Henry II in the 12th century. It embedded itself further into the aristocracy by grabbing confiscated monastic lands in Wiltshire under Henry VIII. Samuel's older brother became Lord of the Manor of Bromham, but as a younger son, Samuel himself entered the church. He wasn't at Charlinch to greet Prince when he arrived, because he was ill and convalescing on the Isle of Wight, leaving Prince to run the parish as he saw fit.